Democrat Houston DA slams broken system allowed by Joe Biden for letting in illegals suspected of murdering young girl. Now, it's not just Republic. This is not some Republican conspiracy theory that the border is wide open and on purpose by Joe Biden and these illegal immigrants are the worst of the worst. Some of them are the worst of the worst. That the society has to offer. For example, in Nicaragua, in places like that, they are letting them people out of prison and shipping them here to the United States so they don't have to deal with them. And their crime rates are actually going down because of it. And Biden knows this. We know that they know this, and they're allowing this to happen. And they're coming in and they're murdering and they're sexually abusing our children. It's disgusting. And I'm glad that this the Democrat DA spoke out about this. And we're going to talk a little bit about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. All right, so let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit's Margaret Flavin. And she reports that the Gateway Pundit reported on the horrific murder of a 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungare, Nungare, allegedly at the hands of two Venezuelan illegal immigrants. I said Nicaragua, I meant Venezuela. Venezuela are the ones that release the people out of their prisons and send them to the United States, and their crime rate is actually going down. I didn't mean Nicaragua. But I've also reported on this story, tragic story. The Houston police arrested Johan Jose Rangel Martinez, 21, and Franklin Jose Pina Ramos, 26, and charged them with capital murder. They are being held on a $10 million bond. According to police reports, Jocelyn was lured from her home before she was strangled and her body dumped in the bayou. Investigators are still trying to determine whether Nungare was sexually assaulted. The New York Post reports that one of the suspects is said to have crossed the border illegally less than a month before the brutal murder and then released into the U.S. after claiming he feared for his life if he was sent back to his home country. I mean, he was only here for a month. First, you already broke the law, so you're already a criminal being here. But put that aside. You can't stay clean for a month and not commit a crime. So to get shipped back, that tells me that you're not smart. He didn't have this guy. They're sending the most dumb people and criminals here to this country, and they are hell bent on committing even more crimes in our country. The two suspects were on ice holds and had ankle monitors. Harris County's Democratic District Attorney Kim Ogg slammed Joe Biden's broken system for allowing this tragedy. On Thursday, Ogg spoke with KPRC News. She said, quote, "They should have never been released when they crossed over in El Paso. But we have a broken system, and Jocelyn's death resulted. And it's just hard when you know something could have been prevented, like a child's death." So I'm not gonna read over what else she said here. Let's just play the clip here. We can hear it for ourselves. Here we go.
She was a child. She was my child. She was my firstborn. She was.
Oh, this is the mom.
A preteen that was slowly becoming this beautiful young lady, and she was going so far. She had admiration of dreams and aspiring goals that she wanted to do in life. She was going to make it. She was going to do things. And these men, these illegal men, took that opportunity from my daughter, from our family, of watching her become this amazing person. So now with her voice being ripped away from her, I am going to be her voice and stand strong and try to make a difference in this world, because this has got to stop. We have to stop burying our kids. This is not right. We have to have more reinforcement when it comes to letting people in. This is not okay. It's not okay.
Very well said. Kelvin, I'll ask you the same question.
Well, most importantly, I would like the people that can make changes to our laws to just sit back, reflect. And I don't know if we can transmit the pain that we're having through cameras, but just sit back and reflect and think of all these little angels that shouldn't have been taken away. Yeah. And they have, for the reason that the reason that we're not doing what we need to do. You know, screening these people. Like I've said before, you're not going to tell me that with an ankle monitor and you're good to go. These people, you don't wake up one day and decide that you're going to commit this horrific crime. This is people that have come used to doing this type of things.
And that's the point I was making. These people have ill intentions. These people were the ones that were locked up in their home countries, and they let them out again to come to the United States, to release them to the United States and say, here, they're your problem now. And we're dealing with it because of Joe Biden and his policies.
It's just sad that, I mean, it happens all over the country. We need a safer country.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree with him. So let me go back. Let's go back to the article here. I'm trying to see. So I will read this because I thought that clip was from the DA. So I will read this. She DA Ogg goes on to say that, quote, the bigger problem is our immigration system, the broken border for decades. Any Texan knows that. We've seen it, for a long time. What's different is we're seeing people from other countries. It's not just immigrants from Mexico. We're seeing immigrants from China, from the islands, from South America, like these individuals. That's new. And I think it's increasing the risk factor for regular people here. So I'm hoping that our government will work together in a bipartisan fashion to keep the public safe by making our borders safer. These two guys were both on ICE holds, and they had ankle monitors. One of them cut it off. The ankle monitors give the public a false sense of security. We don't rely on them as prosecutors because we see too many problems with folks who are supposed to be under supervision and yet aren't. And that's the case with these two guys. They should have never been released when they crossed over in El Paso. But we have a broken system, and Jocelyn's death resulted. And it's just hard when you know something could have been prevented, like a child's death. They're always horrible. But this one in particular was so brutal, this little girl endured. Jocelyn's heartbroken mother and grandfather spoke on Fox News. That's the clip that I just showed. That was her grandfather. Her grandfather looked young. The corrupt Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo, and y'all know I reported on her. She went away for a few months. She was in a mental health facility for a few months for mental health problems. We don't know why. And mind you, she's the judge. In Texas, judges are basically city managers. They're like the city managers. They call them judges here in Texas. But who is currently under investigation for bid rigging, chose a different approach and callously politicized the brutal murder of the child, blamed Trump and Republicans. And I saw this clip myself. I wish I had the clip here. She said it hurts even more that they are being used as pawns in the fight for immigration, which doesn't even exist because Biden and McConnell agree. It's just that Trump won't let them move forward, Hidalgo said. She's the one bringing it up. She's the one bringing up the political side of it. So she's the one being political. and she's being disingenuous when it comes to the border bill that they tried to pass that didn't actually protect the border. It wouldn't done anything to prevent what just happened. Perhaps that is why reports are circulating that the devastated family doesn't want Hidalgo anywhere near Jocelyn's funeral. It says, I have on very reliable authority, this is Michael Berry that posted this, I have on very reliable authority that Jocelyn Nunn Garay's, I'm sorry I pronounced the name wrong, family does not want Lena Hidalgo at the funeral today, and that has been clearly conveyed to Lena Hidalgo. Hidalgo has declared she is still going. No, I cannot reveal the source. I've been wrong a few times. So if she goes and the family does not want her there, I hope they give it to her. I hope they give it to Hidalgo, because I do not like her. She needs to go. We need a new judge here in Houston. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.